Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Good. 180. Check 54. 954.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10.
70, Indy.
Switch. 49, check 49.
80 weapon. Ready.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Quick edge. Come. 25, check 25.
Hard.
Check nickel.
Shoot.
Now a run with Cook. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check safety.
Hey, lock it.
Check 31. He's crashing.
Look, squeeze. Let go.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Watch the edge.
Hit it.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal?
Stand.
Watch the twist. Switch.
Go out.
Sponge. No.
Get it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Dolphins nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Good. 180. Regular. Run. We won it.
Come to my world.
Hey, Alpha. I got it.
From the gun, Mayfield. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, let's get in that home.
61. Matchbox lights.
Check 24.
Defense.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Come on,
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And credit the tackle to Taco. Taco Charlton with a stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check recon, 132 fighter.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come on, baby, come on. Let's
Mike.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Check, check. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lawrence. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You got nothing here. You got nothing.
7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go. 8, read. General West. Two.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted, but the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11th. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, Dolphins.
Set, 180. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check out, please. You go try.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. You got it.
They run it with Valage. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
58 to Mike, 58. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, it's Cook. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
58, it's Mike. I'm coming, baby.
Leo.
Bang, 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 bang. Watch safety creep.
Hey, box drop.
Safety's creeping. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Five.
On first down, Lawrence. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up second down.
Set. 50. Plant.
55, Mike.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Kill.
Score.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Five.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, switch gears. Switch.
Rock it. Ready.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
We got 6.
T.J. Hawkinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Found his target, it's Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Alert!
Mayfield off the play fake. It's caught by Bryant. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Mike 5-4, Mike
80 weapon.
Now Balaj. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Taking down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34.
They go play action. Mayfield. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mayfield now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Parker unable to get that one.
The Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll roll him out right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Come on. Come on, D. 58, right over there. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. And let's pin the mirror. Let's go.
Throwing again. Lawrence lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. They go.
This time they stay on the ground. Nice footwork at the 25. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Here we go. Here we go. The 18, Gator.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
58. 58 is Mike. Watch the slant. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
Hard. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Get it.
On second down now. It's Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
14
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
You draw quarters.
Now Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Smooth.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Snap.
2nd and 6. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Go.
58, right over there.
Go.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
6'6", pull it high.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hawkinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield, blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4. All day, baby, all day. 54 is Mike.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield going deep here for Parker. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf, 61 Matchbox Lights.
pass. Check, check, check.
Ready?
First down, here's the run with Cook. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They run it again with Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
What we got?
Hey, Echo.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Let's put them on the buses.
Yep.
Put that team on the bus.
Rush in.
Hey, lock it.
Rush in. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Now. Hey, Haywood. Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they?
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
28, Dolphins 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He's tired of me.
X3, 218, chopper.
We got double up, double up.
Back, back, back.
From the gun, Lawrence. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Badgley now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Hey, Alpha!
58 to Mike! 58 to Mike! Time to go!
Look, squeeze! Watch the safety, grip!
On 1st down, Lawrence. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watch the ship! Hey, watch the ship! Watch the ship! 36! 36!
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 77 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Fire.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Switch, switch, switch.
49, check 49, check 49.
Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come.
25. There.
Check 25. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
60 outlaw.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, block.
Slam, slam, slam.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd down and 6.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
We play to win.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Still on his feet. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
6-6, pull it high.
Again, it's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
You're out.
Watch Watch the
61, matchbox lights.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready. 90 Wolf. Greystone travel.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. A fourth-quarter score from the Meadowlands. And it was the Jets that came away victorious there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Mayfield on first down. Complete to Bryant. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Mayfield now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Parker the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run here with the launch. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.